2, 1, go.
Yeah.
One more try. No, that was still wrong. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
Wow. That was even more off than before.
Oh, wait, lag. Whatever. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Tiny pinkie pie on their head. Oh, I'm so jealous. I have a penguin though.
Why is this
Oh,
game
Kari's
so...
here. She's Flicker. She's flying right there.
Why is this game so precious?
Oh my gosh, is that like is that a Zeppelin moving in? Do you guys see the cloud?
That's
No,
that's just a
cloud.
cloud.
Oh, it's Nova.
Oh man, what a party. So yeah, in the podcast we have Toodles.
Hello.
We have Hirosashii.
Hello.
We have PaleoSteno.
Hi.
We have Laura, although I think she might be on the phone.
Howdy.
Oh.
Hey. No, I came back. I told my mom I was doing the podcast.
Nice, and she was like,
Tell
I gotta
Saber
get on.
that the podcast is happening right now.
I will call him while I'm talking to you guys.
So we anticipate at some point Saberspark maybe joining us, as well as Black Griffin maybe joining us. I'm ACRacebest. Did I get... Oh, PanamaMatt. PanamaMatt in the house.
Hi. Do you like my crowbar?
I do. Do all lawyers carry crowbars?
It's the safest way.
I'm gonna be so distracted. This is not gonna work out for me.
Why is she so mad?
Press 8.
Who, me?
Anybody.
8.
Yep.
Oh wait,
That's
no.
a good
Which one's
right there.
no? I think. Well, which one's? Oh, there it is.
0.
0 is the derpy face.
No, 0. Oh,
Oh.
8.
Zero's-
No,
zero's
9 is
mad.
derpy. 0
Okay.
is mad.
Oh, it's getting dark.
How do you get normal face?
6.
Sick. Let's
I'm
sit
so
down.
happy.
Alrighty.
It's getting dark in here. I'm afraid
shall
of
we-
the dark.
Well, it's getting dark. Shall we do food
All right,
posts?
Saber is on his way.
Everybody do
Well,
their
you guys
magic.
learned out how to do all the things when I was gone. How do you do everything?
We don't know. We just keep mashing buttons until something happens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, whoa! I just did a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have sat.
Yeah,
feel like
there's
my-
buttons at the bottom.
I feel like my vision's going.
stuff.
How do you do magic?
I feel the limitations of being an Earth Pony even in this game. This is my fault.
Filthy earth ponies.
If it makes anyone feel better, actually not make you feel better, but we're getting some people saying that it's getting dark, but actually the color scheme hasn't changed. It's probably just that your monitor's going bad. Doesn't it look like a really bad monitor?
It does kind
Aside
of.
from all the selective lighting, yes.
So
It's just the day-night cycles going through.
I'm just surprised there's so many people on this. Is this Spyro? right here?
Spyro.
what the heck?
Oh my god, it's Spyro.
Oh my gosh,
There he
it
is.
literally is Spyro.
at some point, we may see. It's just a myth, but apparently there's a king of OCs that walks these lands, and someday we may see that character. There's no telling when or if. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Guys, look! It is the king. It is the king of the OCs.
It is I, the king of the OCs.
Well, I didn't vote for him.
I am the most fabulous of all OCs.
Oh my god.
Bow to me.
This friend request?
Everyone,
How about
touch
that?
the king of the OCs. It's good
Oh!
luck.
Is that you, Saber? Did you fall into a dumpster?
Oh my
I got
god,
onto you.
I love the adoration I am receiving. It is worthy of my status.
See, what works is that as we all go into the same spot, it just
I am lost.
it creates. We as one are the ultimate OC. Everybody. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that looks like a Lauren.
Oh,
Faust.
everyone's sitting down. How do you sit down again?
Well, wait, how
two.
do you lay down?
2-2.
Press
I
T
just use
twice.
X.
Oh my god.
There's multiple buttons.
Sarah,
Oh,
that should be your picture right there for this podcast. Just this. Oh man, we do have food posts, by the way. If you're new to the podcast, welcome in to the Semi Perfect Podcast. But also, we like to interact with our viewers, and in one way, we want to know what are you eating during this time.
Yeah, so use the hashtag SPP Foods.
Yeah.
To post your food posts, and we'll get to them in just a short while. Let's actually.
Is that you
shall we?
flying, or did someone else make a king
No,
of the OC?
that's me.
Oh my
No, that's
gosh.
me, the king of OCs. I am not Toodles.
Oh, yeah.
Or affiliated with Toodles in any way. Anyway, to food posts. In just a moment.
Just a
I
moment.
have to switch so many screens. All right.
We're
This
pulling
is
it
going to
up.
be so distracting, but in a delightful manner.
This is important.
Laura, do you have a hoe in your mouth?
Wow.
I thought it was the
Yeah,
crowbar.
baby, you know it.
Oh, a crowbar.
Alrighty, for the first food post. Food post.
Food post time.
We got Taylor having some Panda Express consisting of orange chicken and chow mein for the semi-perfect pod. Delicious.
I mean, but why wouldn't you? Nora Mermaid says, yo, Semi-Perfect Podcast. I almost made pizza cupcakes today, but I didn't because I've lost 24 pounds so far and I don't want to gain it all back. Go, Nora!
Woo!
Congratulations.
And then instead, here's a cookie dough protein bar. I love you guys.
Nice.
Awesome.
Got Malik Webster, got some green stuff. It's a sour apple drink. 2 of them. Who's when hold up? No when to hold up. Who's playing that?
Play the gambler!
Somebody's drunk.
We've got Matthew Cordell with grilled cheese, it looks like. Thank
You know what's great? Laura got me this Godzilla bank, and its batteries are dying, so listen to this. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that it? Got Fritz Roll having my usual movie snack for tonight's Semi-Perfect Podcast. And other news, I recently got a new microphone to use for voice acting and other stuff.
Nice.
All right.
Anime Guy 01 says burger and fries.
Burger and fries.
I like me burgers. That's a good looking burger.
Oh,
I
we
had
got
the
Claire.
3 B's tonight.
Yeah? Let me
Bacon.
guess. What? What was the first
Bacon, beer, and bourbon.
Close. Bacon, Brussels sprouts, and beer. That was my dinner, because I had a bunch of food that was going bad, and I decided to cook it up.
And then we got Claire with Tai Chi Mochi.
With
Let's
her
see if we missed any.
tea tie.
We might have a few more coming
Mochi
later.
mokai.
I think everybody's dazzled with the Ponytown.
Mhm.
So.
Alrighty. Well, okay. So, Saber, welcome in. We are right now in Ponytown, and there's a whole bunch of us. Like,
A whole bunch.
where are you, Saber? Where's your Ponytown pony?
What are you talking about?
Your ass
game
always
Town.
found.
Go to pony.town.
You gotta do it.
Log your butt in. and
No,
get in.
it's asking me for information. I'm not doing this.
All right.
Good,
Since
actually.
sign
Where's your
in
sense
through-
of adventure?
Through what the fuck is Patreon? No way.
It's free to play.
Yeah, it just like needs to have something to associate a person with.
Yeah, I just logged in with
Twitter,
Twitter.
Facebook, or
Yeah.
what the fuck is Von Kadike?
It's a very good question.
Just pretend I'm there.
Wait a minute. I lost track of which one I am.
I mean,
Am I?
I mean,
me?
there is a pony
mean,
here that kind of looks like you, Ori and Hooves.
Oh my
You
god.
better come in here and tell
Ori,
them who
Ori
the
and the
fuck
Blind
is.
Forest is me. That's fine. I'm gonna eat
Quick,
my
everyone
chocolate
become
bars.
ACRacebest.
Oh my gosh,
Okay,
you're
everyone make an
me.
AC race RC.
Oh, Lauren Faust's here. Do you see her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Corn is among us.
And back to my
See,
Someone make
people-
a Saberspark OC and get your butt in here.
This is
We'll
important.
pretend that it's Steven.
This is very important.
Don't use my maiden name.
Saber, how have your last 2 weeks been?
It's all right.
What about
Laura, what did we do? You visited, and when we
did.
I got some cupcakes for Laura that were like top notch in not taste but in sentiment.
Showing content, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it was the standard model of particle physics. I tweeted about it.
I
And I'm
remember about
realizing
it.
that when I say it out loud, it's not all that cool.
I think it's cool. You're cool. So I got that for her, and then but they didn't taste that good. So now I got.
No, they weren't that great.
I got another cake planned that it's a surprise.
What?
And then I hung out with her because she visited my town, and then we're gonna hang out next weekend with a big old friend miss party. And yeah, I officially moved out of my old house. I got my security deposit back, so I got $1,600 that I'm pretending like it's like that wasn't my money before. I'm like, I'm $1,600 richer. I can buy whatever I want. It's like, you idiot, that was your money. Like, you're not richer. It's yours. It's like you had $1 and you gave it to somebody and they gave it back to you. And you're like, wow, I'm $1 richer. And it's like, no, you're not. So, but Race, how's your weekend been? What you been up to?
Oh man.
We went to Disneyland.
Yeah, for 2 days.
I was talking to ACRacebest.
I went to Disneyland with Sarah, and Matt was a gracious host to us, so we got to have a lot of food with Matt.
Yes.
Oh, Matt, by the way, we need another Club 33 glass because Laura broke her old one. Can you help us hook us up with that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not direct at all or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
If you can, I will.
I'm
will-
sorry that you broke hers. That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steven's drunk. So
Yes, he is.
now that we're trying to specifically call you out, it was just we were gonna bring it up and be like, hey, if you get a chance to.
Oh, Laura, no. I know he's drunk. That's why I'm giving him so much of a hard time.
Matt,
Oh my
remember when Matt? No,
Please,
let's
please
no,
proceed.
Matt. During these rigorous times, we have to remember the good times. Remember when we had a big giant cinnamon bun at that breakfast place before we went to Disneyland,
Polly's,
and we
yes.
like, yeah, we had put up.
We did that
taught
over
me.
last weekend.
You taught me that you can put butter on a cinnamon roll, which I did not believe at first, but then I took a bite and I was like, oh my god, where have I been these last 5 years?
Wait, can I really quick just share with you all something that I was going to share anyway, but I want to interject it now because it's relevant?
Yeah.
Of course.
no.
So, earlier, for audience people, earlier I sent a message to our Discord chat that was like kind of a goof detailing like the play-by-play of how the podcast usually goes with
Yes.
like timing of how long we spend like waiting for everybody to get their butts in here and everything. So I was like, it'd be even better is if I like made a drinking game for all the things that we do, and we've already hit.
Were there any survivors?
We have already hit. Saber is noticeably drunk.
God, I'm the worst because I feel
I'll
like
drink
whenever
to
it's awful. I can't.
Also, Saber tells a debatably unrelated story about his childhood or a story that, quote, sounds made up.
No,
That's
listen,
great.
Laura, my love, listen. Something that sucks about me is whenever I get drunk, it's very noticeable, and it's distracting, and it disrails things. It's not cool.
It disrails things, does it?
Yes. Not
Yeah,
Saber.
it's I don't know. I just feel like I should just be a quiet drunk where it's like sit in the corner and just be quiet.
Saber.
You're fine.
It's not cool. It gets old after a while, so I'm gonna stop. But Matt, though, if you can get us a Club 33 glass, I will give you.
But like legit, if you ever get in there, I will pay you however much it is to
Oh,
get.
sure enough.
the thing.
Sure enough.
because we all know
Don't
that.
listen to Steven. Just talk to me. It's fine.
Yeah, don't talk to me, guys.
Talk to the agent. I got it.
I'm being bad.
I will. I don't know if I can, but let me see what I can do.
I got other pokers in the fire to figure this out, so we'll figure this out.
Poker.
I'll be
So-
quiet.
so
I'm sorry.
Laura,
I'm sobering up. You all talk about your life.
Yeah, I mean, last 2 weeks, Sarah, what else have we been up to? Or I been up to?
Well, do you want to tell them about your interaction with Nick and Judy at Disney?
Okay, so also I want to say that everyone has to drink again because one of them
That's on
is
there.
someone other than race brings up Zootopia.
Thank you!
Wait. What happens if he brings it up?
Doesn't count.
Oh, really?
We don't want people to get hurt, Matt.
That's fair.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and like share this Google Doc with you guys so we can all add to it. Just give
Please
me-
do. You've already made me refill my drink.
Oh God.
Is there one about wondering when Gabe's gonna show up? Is there anything in there about Black Griffin?
The sort of started working on it like 10 minutes before the podcast started because I was like, oh, sweet. But the one that I have for Gabe showing up is finish your drink when both Gabe and Matt are in the podcast at the same time.
Whoa. What a lot of people don't realize, and I'm only going to say this once, because otherwise it will give away the illusion, but those of you that are here tonight deserve to know, Matt and Gabe are the same person. So that's why whenever Matt leaves, that's usually when Gabe arrives, or vice versa. So, only going to say it once. Alright, so...
Cut that out. Cut that out of the final cut.
Yeah, make sure you chop that, Sarah. That's an edit.
Oh.
Are you collecting toys?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Good. Sarah's
Are
like,
you
I'm having
inviting me to a party? What do you even do in a party in this game?
I don't know.
I mean,
Wait,
we
there's
are the
parties?
Like, why would you need to be in a party?
At some point, we should like organize something where like we line up all the ponies or something. I don't know.
Conga line?
Ooh, yeah, I accept the party invite and the
But,
friend
like-
request.
Can we DPS something? Like, is there?
We're going
Why-
raiding. Grab your crowbars. Let's go.
Dude, if this game had rating, it would just be the best.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm going to need all of your email addresses so I can share this document with you.
Oh right.
Just type it. You don't have to
Is
say
it
it.
actually
It's
an
fine,
edit?
Race. You can just type it in Discord.
What is it? What?
Actually an edit. I have to look up for?
No.
Okay.
No. Sarah's like, what time do I need to mark as the cut?
I don't know.
While we do this, I will come back to that story, the Judy and Nick story. But Hero, how have your last 2 weeks been?
They've been pretty good. I taught my cat how to not meow when food is being served to her, so that was cool. And that was the highlight of my last 2 weeks.
Nice.
What did we do? What did we do in the past 2 weeks? I don't know, man. I am playing Monster Hunter World. Surprise, surprise! I'm playing Monster Hunter. But
I'm not
surprised at all.
a new Monster Hunter came out, and that's been what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Awesome. Paleo, what about you? What have you been up to these last 2 weeks?
Well, I've been playing with some dolphins, and I've been playing Mario, and I watched a few movies for the Oscars, and I ate a hot dog.
Thank you.
One of those is correct.
He ate a hot
dog.
Yeah, I ate a hot. No, I did not eat a hot dog. I kind of want a hot dog now, though.
You want my hot dog?
No, I did watch some movies and worked on videos and stuff.
Yay! Paleo's got a big year planned for videos. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Any spoilers?
He's going to poop on screen.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
So that people can't use the blackmail that we already have of him pooping on
Hello.
Gabe, get on
Finish your
Ponytown.
drink.
Speaking of
Oh,
black
damn it, I just filled
male,
it back up.
it's black.
You fool!
screen. What the heck are you talking
So-
about?
So, Gabe,
What?
earlier today I started making a SPP drinking game.
Oh no.
And one of the things on it is finish your drink when both Gabe and Matt are in the podcast at the same time.
Oh, holy crap. Well, is Matt here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey! Well, finish your
Hey!
frickin' drinks, everyone. I'm enabling.
Oh yeah.
All part of the fun.
Hey Gabe, have you heard of Ponytown?
Have I turd of Ponytown? No.
Don't do it.
Is it a
It's a
game?
trick.
It's a game.
Try
isn't
to
it?
get yourself secure.
Oh, there's a party.
I hear everyone clinking and clanking and not
Yes.
talking very much.
It is
so
it is a game, and it's web based, so you can log in at any point, and it's free. You have to make an avatar.
Oh, I have seen this before.
Everybody's on it, except for
Oh my
Saber
gosh,
because he's
I've-
a fuddy duddy.
I
Fuddy
feel
duddy.
I'm not funny, Daddy. I'm protecting my
Wait, Fluttershy just turned into red.
My
Is that a changeling?
Damn you!
My
Yeah.
Sharona! Thank you. I'm so glad that somebody else did it too.
You lose your beat, Tommy.
I love it. Okay,
Why
wait. Now,
just
how do I do
spill your
this? What if I? How do I join?
Go to pony.town on your web
Laura.
I feel like a brony.
Whenever Gabe told us first about Claire,
Why just spill your beans?
Damn you, Winslow!
damn you! Hark!
What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
We're talking about the
Welcome to the
lighthouse.
podcast.
Who said what? Steven? What'd you say about? Claire?
There's a scene in the lighthouse where this one character kind of spills his guts about something, and Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin. You hear his echoey voice go, "Why just spill your beans, Tommy?"
I just spilled beans.
and like obviously you know how many beans are spilled because the beans that were spilled were gathered into a bowl and it looks quite nice now because you're a lovely couple.
Oh,
but
thanks.
but I
What?
wanted to make a
What?
shit post.
What?
I'm gonna shut up. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
No, don't leave!
Don't leave. Don't leave.
We love you.
Stay with us.
He's that one pony that wanders off into the dark regions of the map.
Come back, Barry. Come back.
All right, hold on. Ponytown. If I sign in using Twitter, will I be shot?
No.
I don't know. That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I logged in using Twitter.
Is that straight up
Shut
just
your
cadence?
mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands gonna make me a sinner.
Praise God, pass the blunt.
Is life more fun when you can sing? I imagine it is.
We got a super chat from Shard Clone. Says, "Hey, you guys, just wanted to say that all of you guys have helped me through my depression, and just wanted to say that Gabe's Proud to Be a Brony song helped me be more comfortable talking about being a brony."
Aww.
Whoops. Yep, that's great. I wrote that song. Yes, I did, and that's all. That's it.
Okay.
Well, Shard, we're glad that I hope you're doing better, and always happy to hear that we've helped somebody with darker times. So
Absolutely.
No, nothing is more validating when it comes to our work. I'm gonna speak on your behalf, Gabe. Shut up. Than being told that we help someone on a intimate level. Like when
True.
they're
It's
like,
actually
hey,
very hard for me to express.
I said, shut up! Okay. Damn you, Winslow! No, continue. I'm sorry.
I was just saying it when I get a message like that, or man, sometimes they're super heavy. I don't often know how to respond to that. It's like, I mean, thank you feels so insincere, and so I'm like, yeah, I need to come up with a better response than, yep, all right. But yes, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm glad that my music could help in some way. I don't take credit for it though. That was you. You made the ultimate decision.
now, Gabe,
Yes, sir.
how have your last 2 weeks been?
Holy hand grenade of Antioch. Let's see. So it's actually been more than 2 weeks because the last time you guys had the podcast, Claire was here, and we were gonna hop in, and then we ended up going out to eat. And then I took her flying, and that was freaking awesome. And so that has been cool. Oh my gosh, I flew over
Airplane.
an airplane. Yeah, multiple airplanes actually. There's a boneyard
Showed
called
them.
Penal Air Park here, and one of them.
Wait, what's it called?
Yes, Penal Air Park.
Anal Air Park?
Penal Air Park. And the
Oh.
place I did that was the Wilcox Playa. There's a lot of wiener references out here in the desert. So, yeah, but one of the planes there is actually a very famous plane. It is a Boeing 747-400 Delta super tanker. It's the biggest firefighting airplane in the world, and it's being refitted at Penal Air Park, and it's just parked there, this pristine, beautiful 747 in the middle of the desert. And so I got to do multiple passes over it on my paramotor, and it was really surreal to fly so close to a jet that size and just think I can't believe this thing can fly. Like, if you were to fall off the tail of a 747, you would die. It sits like 100 feet off the ground, I think, or 80 or something like that. It's really high up. And so yeah, that was really surreal. And then today I just flew my larger altitude wing, and I just kind of flew way up high and watched the sunset. It was really cool.
Nice.
And that's it. And oh yeah, I did the Witcher thing, and that thing got popular too.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, Gabe.
Yeah, that song, man. I don't know why people like it, but good for them. And yeah, so Samuel, the guy who did the instrumental for me, Samuel Kim. He's actually, I got to know him. He's Daniel Ingram's assistant. He does a lot of ghost producing for Daniel. And so now that My Little Pony's over, both Daniel and him are kind of doing some YouTube stuff, and he's been killing it. I mean, he just opened his channel. He's about to break 100,000 subscribers, and every song he posts gets over 1 million views. I don't know how. Yeah, he's nailing it. I'm very, very impressed and proud of him. But yeah, it's pretty rad. I'm getting a bunch of texts from Claire. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. All right, so the end. And
Shut
I'm
up.
signing in. Sorry.
He didn't actually get a text. We all know that was fake, right?
I'm glad you said it.
Hey, I did. Here.
Hey,
Text me again. I put silent mode off. But
No.
never mind.
hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. Laura, did I ask how your last 2 weeks have been? I forget.
I think I kind of jumped onto Steven, so it's all good.
Nice.
Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Wait,
Oh
wait,
God!
wait. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Andrew Lippin.
Oh yeah, that what the heck was that about? Hey Laura, how old are you? Is that an
27.
appropriate question to? Nice. Good job.
I think it's an appropriate question because I literally just told you that it was my birthday yesterday. So
True, but like I know
natural
some
follow-up, you know.
This might
yeah,
be
but some people don't like to talk about their age, like me.
this might be like bad, but whenever I get another year older, I'm like, all right, another marker. I made it. It's like, yes, success.
Yeah, I guess I'm surprised I've lived this long, to be honest.
We're surprised you've
Mom
lived
used to
this
tell
long.
me when I was a kid, she used to say, "Man, you're gonna regret the crazy stuff you're doing when you're 30 and you have arthritis." And I was like, "I'm not gonna live to 30. Joke's on you."
I was like,
Almost
damn
there,
it.
boys. I've almost made it, but I do have arthritis.
Yeah, let's not jinx it yet, Gabe. You still got a little ways to go. So
That's true. I got a couple months, you know, and I'm doing a
Hopefully,
lot of crazy
you might
stuff.
die before then.
I'm gonna stand on a race car track and film cars for you, Jeff. If I might die doing that.
let's not have you die doing that. I will
I'll
keep
try
you
to
safe.
not to.
I will protect you. I will...
Hey, how do I customize my pony? Because he's red.
Yeah, click things. It should be.
You click things.
Should have an edit.
Well, I mean,
thing
yeah,
next
there
to
should
the
be
name.
like an edit thing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
His name is Pony. Well, for crying
Nice.
out freaking loud.
We've got a super chat from Cadet Redshirt saying, "For Gabe, what would you say is your favorite part of writing music? I've been inspired in writing a ton of lyrics, but I'm having trouble finding chords, etc."
That's an awesome question. Yeah, my favorite part of writing music, honestly, is coming up with a unique melody and a compelling story. My lyrics, I'm proud of my lyrics. I try to make them relate to something that everybody, like for example, my songs that were based off of the My Little Pony and the fandom were like inspired by But then I wanted to give like a universal message, something that everybody could relate to personally, because I feel like that's the whole point of entertainment and media anyway, is to glean personal, from it. So I think lyric writing is probably my favorite part of writing music. As far as chords go, a lot of times it depends on who's producing. If my brother's producing, often he will just come up with a whole bunch of cool chords, and he'll be like, "Oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of that?" And then I'll sing and he'll play, and we've been doing this since we were kids, so it just kind of naturally flows from there. And of the songs that we release, we write probably 10 times that amount and don't like them enough to finish them. So it's not
a matter of numbers, huh?
Yeah. So it's not really I wouldn't say that it's necessarily easy or to come up with chord progressions and everything like that. It's just trial and error, and then the error nobody hears about, so they just think that you're doing it's easy or you're doing
Nice. We got another super chat. This one from Toby TF2 says, I discovered MLP in 2013 and it inspired me to draw art for it. Never really drew before. So I bought a drawing tablet and that later enabled me to create an item that actually got put into TF2.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh, you can have horns? What the flip?
Welcome to the MLP fandom, Gabe.
Welcome to the pony
you can do anything you want unless you want to be a giraffe, in which case this game says no.
It says butt mark. Is that because cutie mark is copyrighted or because haha?
Yes.
Oh.
Both.
Or maybe both. I don't know.
Jax just discovered that he can fly.
Yo, man. Sorry.
Hey, wait, no! I had a dream that Jax and I figured out how to fly with just the assistance of wind. Like, if you stand kind of on your tippy toes and lean into the wind and hold your hands up against your hips and angle them, you could fly. And Jax and I figured this out, and at one point, like, we were next to a cliff, and Jax is like, dude, and jumped off the cliff and did it, and he was fine, and I'm like, I'm not that crazy. I'm not gonna risk my life for this cool new ability.
Dude, didn't I responded to that tweet.
You did.
Like, that's basically what paragliding is. You don't notice the wing over your head. You just freaking fly.
You just do it. I wanna. Are you still designing your pony?
Yes, ma'am. This is gonna take a while.
Okay. I wanna try something here. Let's do a trial run of this. So if everybody sees my pony here in the middle, I want to see if everybody can get as close to facing the same direction and in the same spot as I am.
Okay. Oh man, I find you guys again. I've been collecting toys.
Oh, never mind.
So see how
everybody just file in.
Just get in there.
Wait.
We're there in the middle.
I'll find you again.
Yeah, you can't see me.
I'm lost.
My lord, I am
so.
Loving this. Wait, what are my colors?
Oh, I'm so lost.
Those of you that are flying may want to land.
Who is that person that just has like an face going on? Like right in Race's area.
Hey, the internet thinks my net worth is $2 million.
Hey!
For you, man.
I wanna see if we can make a pony firework here. So everyone get in. Everyone get in.
What's happening?
All right, get in the middle. All right, we could. Those are on the outer regions. Kind of squeeze in. The ones on the top and the ones near the
Try
bottom.
and make it look like one single pony.
Squeeze in. Come on. A little higher, a little lower.
Oh man.
It's not
this
a bad
idea, Jeff.
This is not a bad idea.
Are you saying like we all have to like be in the on the same
one
okay,
pony?
Wait. Yes. At some point I'm gonna emerge from this. 1 second. I don't even know if I'm moving.
There's so many other people.
All right, everyone get in.
Stop telling me what to do. I'm not even there.
I don't think you're gonna be able to wrangle these guys in.
Okay, well it's possible. Because what I want to do is some of these people are gravity. It's literally we've created our own orbit. All right, at the same time, I want everyone to just disperse. All right, I'll count to 3. All right, and when I say that, just everyone choose a direction and go. 1, 2, 3, go! Boom. This didn't
You
work
realize
at
that
all.
there's a-
Yeah, there's
a
lag,
delay
so the
stream
on
is
the
Yeah,
delay.
do you know how big the delay is between the podcasts?
We're gonna find out.
You have
What? What?
You should have just like.
Just typed it in.
Yeah, you just typed it in.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
typed in like in
wow,
all caps,
how
like
long-
Hold on,
dispersed
they're
or
about to
something.
do
I mean, they still haven't moved yet.
Nice. Oh my god. That's a visual representation of how slow YouTube is.
Oh my god.
Very good, everyone.
Alright.
Very good.
Oh my god, this is madness. I gotta just. I don't even know where
This is
I am.
Sparta.
Where are you, Sarah?
Is it-
I'm at
Is
the
it
trample
top
on?
right.
Oh, I look so good. I look so freaking good.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do that later too. We're gonna try another one. We got a super chat from Drummershire, Sarah. What does it say?
It says, it's been a long time, folks. Glad to be back. What's your opinion on Joker dominating the Oscars nominations with 11? 11?
Meh.
Did it?
I guess so.
Huh.
Yeah, it has 11 nominations.
I found you guys again. I was lost for a while, but I'm back.
I was
You
lost
once
at
were
nine
lost, but
pounds.
now you're found.
Yeah. Wow, we
Yeah,
are just
yeah,
on the
yeah.
same page today, I guess.
Wait to that.
Wait, are we doing it again?
I don't know. I think everyone's volunteering to do
Oh,
it
okay.
again. Here.
Please,
Okay.
You want me to type it for you?
Yeah. We're gonna do it again. Hero will direct. So everyone follow. So
Just
everyone
let-
work their way into the center here. We'll wait for the. It feels like everyone did this very quickly, but
I will say 3, 2, 1, and then go.
All
So
right.
don't go on 1. Please go on go.
Wait.
All right, ready? Can I do it now?
Get me back.
All right.
Can I do it?
yes, let's do it.
Okay.
A passersby
All right,
being like, this is an interesting group.
People gotta stop talking though, so I can. Okay. Just don't over it.
All right, Hero's gonna count us down. Go!
Why did everyone go in intercardinal direction? Everyone.
Because that's the controls.
Nobody went in a cardinal. Not even one person.
We all went like in diagonals.
No, this is just gonna
Why
be
is
the
everyone
entire.
coming back?
We want more. We want more.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Okay, I'm ready.
Save
Do it, Hero.
I want.
Count us
I
down.
want even one person to go in a cardinal direction. All right,
Count us down.
anyways.
Now everyone goes.
Hey guys.
Let's go. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it
Gabe?
won't.
Hello. I
Hey.
finished my character. I don't know how to join.
Oh
yet.
yeah, come find us.
You
you
joined
joined
the
the,
server.
below a
PC
frozen
server?
link.
Wait, 18 plus server?
No, there's
No.
The safe server.
But
I'll
I want to be
find
in the
you.
Russian server. All right.
Yeah, well,
wait.
none of us are there, so
Okay. All right. Wait. Now I hit save though. What do I do beyond that?
join safe server PG.
How? Oh, you just click the
there's
button.
a green button.
Yeah.
Oh, frickin' frick! Wow, here I am.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody want to go
I'm
look
a
for
little purple
Gabe?
unicorn. Do you know where you are?
Hey, I look just like me.
We
Oh,
need
wow,
to
I
find
am
Gabe.
sidestep.
Everyone, look at this pony.
All
What's
right,
going
I'm
on
coming,
here? What is this?
Look at all the people in this place.
Look at this pony.
I look just like me. I look just like my character.
Well, now we can't see it.
Look, I'm trying to find you, but like I don't know where you're at, man. A little purple
What
unicorn.
do you
has
see
on my
around you?
head.
What do you
This
see
blue
around
guy
you?
in the face.
What?
Why? What's the point of this game if you can't punch people in the face?
You
You
can.
can. You won.
You can. You literally can.
Frickin' okay.
It's
no,
actually the first functional thing that they
It's
did.
the first function. Yes.
What do you see around you, Gabe?
I got my guns on the left. I got.
No, in the game. In the game.
Okay.
Look
I got my
how
guns on
many,
the
Look how many
left.
people are here.
Yeah.
I got
I
my
got a cookie.
guns on the left.
Whirlwind Saber sent us a super
We're
chat
gonna-
said scatter.
What, Gabe, what do you even look
Oh,
like?
hey, there you are.
I'm a black.
Oh, you found him?
Yeah. I'm the one
Oh,
following you right now.
I'm
It's
a
so
black.
Jack and I are actively looking for you.
Wait, who's the cute white one with the spots and the cane?
hard.
That's
The
Matt.
crowbar,
That's
that's me.
The
He thinks
crowbar.
I'm
There you
cute.
are.
I'm following you. You are adorable.
Thank you.
Come
this way.
Look at this.
Wow, look at
Christmas
us. We're just a
tree.
regular.
Yeah,
old...
just bring him back here
Bring him
to
back.
to the spot.
Where's
You have to
Sweetie?
corral him up.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
there
the-
is a
the-
Sweetie Belle here.
There
The,
is.
the,
Oh,
sac-
okay.
the sacrifice
Yeah.
was on the way.
This is so interesting.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't
Down
know
here,
how.
this
I don't know
one. Yeah,
how
right.
exactly
There
it
he is.
translates.
Where's it? Oh, there he is! Yay!
Hi. Oh, look, it's that Brony Dance Party.
Yeah, there.
Okay, now what?
Hi.
Dang,
Now
you
we all
put
just
that
hang
high.
out.
Yeah, this is literally
This
everything.
is it.
Everyone
Oh,
touch.
so
Everyone
it's
touch Gabe.
simple. Wow, thanks.
Touch Gabe,
No,
everyone.
gross. Ew.
Yeah.
I'm
He,
a
he
furry.
loves.
Get away from me.
I lost him in the.
Did
in
you
the
say
crowd.
I'm
Yeah.
a furry?
I said
I'm
I'm not a
not.
furry. Get away from me.
Oh.
Wait, how do I fly?
Do you have wings?
You have to earn it, Gabe.
3.
Fool me, say that you miss me. Tell me what I wanna hear.
What's everyone
Gabe,
doing over here?
press
I love
3.
it. What is going on over here?
How are they dancing? What is this?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, Gabe, press 3 to fly.
Wait, hold on. I have to.
How are they doing this, Sarah?
What?
How can they dance?
They're all dancing.
Oh, I don't know how they're doing it.
Oh, whoa! How do you dance?
You can dance
What?
if you want to.
They're like shuffling.
Every day.
Wait, press 3. Oh frickin'! Yes. Oh wait, no, this isn't flying. This is hovering. Wait. Why am I being
With
followed?
style.
This is very strange.
Because you're popular.
Oh my god, it's popular. That's popular.
Hey guys, I'm slaloming the trees. Everyone think they can keep up with my.
Everyone's typing the word feet, and I think we all should type the word feet.
feet.
Yeah, so I
And all
type.
these freaking. It's the wrong fandom to have that fetish, guys.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. Hooves.
No. Oh yeah, it's hoops here.
I mean,
Fool me. Hey, who's sleepy bird person?
I don't know.
I like that we have
You type
death.
so much faster than me, Hero.
How do I? how do
I keep typing every next line, and as soon as I get halfway through it, you've already hit enter.
Wait. How do
You
I
son
type?
of a bitch.
I stopped.
It's too late now.
I was trying to let you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got a
I'm
bunch of
leaving.
requirements. How do I type?
Oh, just press enter. And then type.
Whoa, that's backwards.
Have you
Is that
played
you?
in MMO before?
What do you have on your head?
Candy cane?
You have a candy cane on your head?
Gosh,
Yeah.
this is so.
I want to eat candy. That
Who's
I was trying to figure out how to not make that sound as weird, and then it just did.
Yeah.
Okay, someone.
Who's
someone
Candy
show
Race?
me- Someone take me to Sweetie Belle. Wait. Oh, look, it's Nora. Hey, Nora.
Nora's here. All
Is
right.
that Nora? It looks like Nora.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nora's here.
I'm gonna talk to her. Hi, Nora.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah, did we have any topics we wanted
I
to
mean,
hit?
like
Stop.
the Golden Globes
yeah, we're
and
on a podcast.
Oscar
Hey,
nominations.
let's casually converse about the Golden Globes. Paleo.
It was a joke. It was a
Was
joke.
it?
Golden Globes happened?
Can I eat these cookies?
Was it a
I don't
joke?
see why not.
Yeah, press E.
My wings are tired. How do I stop? How do I stop flying?
I think you hit 3.
Press 3 again.
Not 2.
Oh, I can turn my head. Press 3. I am pressing 3 again. Nothing.
Hit 2.
2.
Oh well, that explains it. All right.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, oh, that's so freaking cute. Okay, this.
Are you
thing is
looking at my
adorable.
Facebook profile
Who
again?
designed
Dude,
this? I love
stop.
the walking cycle.
It's cute, right?
It's very cute. Maybe I am a furry. Oh no, why is this weird creature? crying?
Hey! That's my thing.
Oh, hey, Gabe.
Was that
The
you?
belch really sold
That's,
it.
I'm the pink, or not pink. I'm the purple unicorn.
Oh, hey, Purple. Why do you have a package in your hair? Is it because it's your birthday?
Can I talk
No, it's
about
because If you pick up the
Golden
little
Globes?
presents, you can open them and they give you little
No.
toys that sit
Yes.
on your head.
Oh my
I
gosh.
will talk about. Okay, come on.
Here's
Hold on.
one.
Apple.
Whoa,
How
whoa,
do I
Look at
do
this
it?
one.
All right, let's talk about the Golden Globes.
Stand
Yeah.
on it and hit.
Hit what?
Ricky
You have to be, like, facing
Gervais,
it and hit E.
children. I'm talking.
Yeah, and then
Oh
hit
my
E
gosh.
again.
Oh,
We are
Oh,
children. We are
yes,
talking.
you are.
Thank you for
Poor
listening.
Saberspark. I really want to know what he has to say.
Poor
I'm sorry,
Spaper
go.
Sark. Thank
my
you.
hair.
Wait, guys, I want to hear what Saber has to say about Golden Globes.
All right, hold on. Let's actually be good entertainers and talk about something relevant to the audience.
No, no.
Golden
The
Globes.
Podcast, you mean?
Shut. Silence. Mortal. So I was talking. Paleo was visiting. Whenever we watched the Golden Globes, we had a good time watching Ricky Gervais just not give a fuck about
That's
the.
basically what he said he was about to do.
Yeah, and credit where credit is due. He really did not give a fuck. But as far as the actual ceremony itself, the moment where Missing Link won Best Animation, Paleo and I both went, "What?" like out loud. We were floored. Paleo, would you want to like?
Because yeah, we were just expecting it's like, oh, just yeah, we know it's gonna be Frozen or Toy Story, whatever.
Right?
Uh,
Well,
and then-
especially with Tom Hanks getting a special award, we thought it's gonna be Toy Story. and the award goes to Missing Link. What the fuck? Excuse me? Leica never wins. They deserve to win because what they do is very beautiful and different. But like, that was like of all times. So with the Oscars coming up, are we talking about the Oscars later, or are we talking about? Can I talk about it right now?
We can talk about both.
So
I mean, with the progress we're making in this podcast, we could talk about anything right now.
Buddy boy, we're about to talk about the Oscars. So the Oscars had their nominations released, and part of that was, of course, and Paleo, fact check me here. We've got Klaus, How to Train Your Dragon 3 for Best Animated Feature. Frozen 2 didn't make it, which I laughed out loud about. I was like, oh, here we go. Toy Story 4, Missing Link, which is pretty cool to see that. I Lost My Body, and then wasn't there another contender, Paleo?
No, that's all 5.
So, this is some pretty strong contestants. It's a shame, again, that Promare didn't make it. That Japanese, anime is getting nothing. But all things considered, Leica and Klaus and Lost Body getting on there is pretty great. So I want to ask this to the podcast. Who do y'all think is going to win?
Toy Story 4.
Think so?
Who do we think is going to win, or who do we want to win?
2.
Frozen 2 is not nominated.
I'm kidding. I know. He just said.
Oh, I thought you were not paying attention.
I'd have to see one more time. I'd have to see the list.
Those nominations surprise me.
If you
honestly.
open a new window, then Ponytown's out of here.
If I open it over here.
I don't know. Here, look it up on my computer.
It's Saberspark, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'm just going to talk since we got some dead air. So I would love it if Missing Link wins for Leica for stop motion, or of course Klaus wins for literally bringing back 2D with a 3D spin with their lighting. I know, because I talked to Billy about this when I was going on a run. A technical level of a movie shouldn't be just like there should be good stories and characters back up a film for why it should win, not just technical achievement.
Yeah, it should be the best average.
Yes, which Klaus still had good characters in the story, but like it wasn't like mind blowing. Its visuals definitely commanded its presence. That being said, it'd be great to see Klaus win this. Paleo, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't Netflix been campaigning pretty hard for that?
Yeah.
Hopefully it wins. I like to see Klaus win. It'd be cool to see a 2D movie win. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's so much a shoe-in that... Because, Paleo, you said Toy Story 4. You expect that to get it?
Yeah.
And is that just because of the... Oh, it's the
just
Disney
because
one?
of the history behind it.
Yeah.
Behind Toy Story winning, like...
Yeah.
So...
Which is insulting in my opinion.
Or Pixar winning in general.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they chose Brave over Wreck-It Ralph, like, in 2012.
Yeah.
There's...
Fuck that.
No, I
also
I
the movie never even got a nomination at one time.
I will say
I don't think Paranorman got nominated that during 2012 either.
Yeah.
Sarah's over here crossing her arms like,
Why can't I eat this out?
I haven't seen all the movies. There's one that I haven't seen on this list. The list
Is it I Lost My Body?
Yes. So that
looks really good.
Yeah, that's on Netflix, so it's easy to watch.
Gotcha. So that being said, though, I would say of these, I would probably go with Klaus.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
Klaus is the best movie of 2019. IMO.
2019? Like in its entirety?
No, like for animation, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. On a technical level, absolutely. That movie did things that were like almost like mind blowing. Where it's like, is this computer animation or 2D? Mm-hmm. And that's also some of the best backgrounds I've seen in quite some time. Mm-hmm. So, do you all want to talk about Best Picture nominations?
Sure.
All right, Paleo, here we go again. Lauren Paleo, correct me if I'm wrong. So we got Parasites, we've got Little Women, we've got Ford versus Ferrari, we've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was good. I like that.
1917. Oh, come on, Steve, you can do this.
Oh, you're going off memory?
Yes. We got Gran Torino.
No.
Really?
Wow, you're freaking right.
No, I think there was just
Silence of the Lambs.
Like,
Zootopia.
Yeah, it's
Not
Yeah,
Zootopia. Not that.
it
Beauty
was-
and the Beast. Live action. Oh, no.
I have all the nominees right here. It's Ford vs Ferrari, the Irishman, Jojo Rabbit,
Irishman.
Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
So I watched Marriage Story 2 nights ago. I think it's great to see that, like, okay, Adam Driver got done dirty during Return to Skywalker or Rise of Skywalker. I think Adam Driver, like, I get that Rey was the focal point of the trilogy, but I truly think that after Adam, can I talk about spoilers for Star Wars? I won't get stuck on Star Wars, I swear to God, but I just want to make a quick point. I guess my point is this: Adam Driver is a phenomenal actor. I see him going the distance. I see him being one of the greats. He was amazing in Marriage Story. He does a great job of, like, being this person who's on edge, who has anger problems, which was great in Kylo Ren, but also great as I believe it was Charlie in Marriage Story, or Charles. I like Marriage Story. It's a very simple story of, like, this is all about the characters and their story. We don't need big production value. We don't need big sets. We just need a good story, which is, like, at the end of the day, one of the most important things when it comes to cinema. So
I agree with that. I agree.
I enjoyed it.
But it isn't that. I don't know. I've never really been a huge fan of award shows because most of the time I feel like it's so political and
Yes,
people don't want to offend anybody.
You got it.
Well, it's a boys club.
That's why
Please defend me.
That's why, like, when me and Saber were watching the Golden Globes and Ricky Gervais is like, just like where he was saying, like, to all the people, like, that were in the audience at the Golden Globes, saying, like, if you win, just take your little award and just and then thank your God.
Loved that. I know most people. I'm sure a lot of people were offended by Ricky Gervais' speech, but I think that was the point, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, and he was saying, like, how, like, you people are in no position to lecture the public.
Oh yeah.
Some of you have spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. It's like, oh.
That was funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
No, you could tell that he truly did not give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I know that some people, a lot of
Crap,
folks
mistletoe.
pretend to.
I'm standing
like-
under the mistletoe. No, I'm
I'll
not
be
anymore.
careful.
Like, running around together saying "rip."
Well,
Wanna join this group?
one of the biggest, and I talked to Laura and Pelly about this, one of the biggest downfalls of these award ceremonies for movies is how they exclude foreign films. Because you have The Farewell, you have Parasite, which I have not seen either, so I've got to be legit with myself.
Parasite is so good.
I'm talking as an outsider in relation to this, but, like, these foreign films in general, it's almost like there's the boy clubs of Hollywood that get attention, and then foreign films on the side that might break into it. I don't know. It's just kind of a shame that these films are almost like an afterthought compared to, like, the main cake of Hollywood. So,
Well, I
Like,
mean, when you
Same thing comes to animation.
absolutely.
in some strange way, though, when you get right down to it, this award show just came out of a union, the Screen Actors Guild, wanting to get around and say, hey, who do we know that's done a good job among us? Let's do some honorarium.
There have still
Of course,
only
the foreign
been,
films aren't going to be in there. They're not participants.
there have still only been 3 animated films that have been nominated for Best Picture.
Can I
Beauty and the
guess?
Beast
Up and Toy
and
Story.
Toy
3.
Story 3. Yeah.
So Jim mentioned, I don't know if it was the Golden Globes or the Oscars, because I was watching Jim's Oscar video. I think it was the Oscars, where he said that who the folks wanted to vote for Best Actor when they first had their first Oscars. I have to find this and verify it. Was the dog from Rin Tin Tin. Like, I like what Jim said, where he's like, when it comes to acting, is there anybody better than the dog from Rin Tin Tin? And I love that. The thing, like, no, there's not. It's just the dog. He's the best. Give him the reward. And then they did not, because, of course, they didn't want to be a joke. So the Oscars have been a joke ever since. I'm curious to see how this goes. We got a lot of boy club nominations this time around, and hopefully more variety and more people from different diverse backgrounds get a chance to strut their stuff, and it's not just the boy clubs anymore. All right, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't.
I would say when
pontificating.
something's that size, it's hard to make it not it's hard to stray from any kind of influence beyond just this was a good movie. I feel like there's, I don't know. I would be, once something becomes that political, I think it's hard for it to undo, you know? So I've never been a huge fan of the award shows anyway for that reason.
Yeah.
I used to care more when I was younger, just when I didn't listen to what anyone was saying, and I was just like, oh, I want the movie that I liked to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I don't know. I'm still
never wins. So
well, I'm looking at this list, and of the movies that are up for Best Picture. Of the ones I've seen, I don't know if I really know which one I expect.
Oh,
to win.
that reminds me.
the
Race, have you
hell?
seen Ford versus Ferrari?
I have. What is this thing?
Shark. I was pointing to it
Oh,
earlier.
sorry. What? Yes, I have Paleo.
Yeah, because I just watched that yesterday with my dad. Because my dad and I are going to try to watch through all the nominees before the show happens.
Nice. What did you think?
It was good. I liked it.
It is. Yeah. I mean, like again, like
I
that's
love how you elaborate. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. That's paleo for you.
No, I love it. I it's actually funny. I like it.
No. After being with paleo for close to a decade, that's how he is. Where like, if it's cetacean or biology, he'll go off on it, or Mario or Nintendo.
Hey, dude, I'm at you there. Why am I stuttering so much today?
I don't know. Are you a voice actor? Not really. Shut up. So
You're just so overwhelmed by Ponytown.
I am very distracted. There are lots of things.
Yeah,
One of my favorite
the story
stories-
there just reminds me of the scene from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right.
There are bears or something in front of all those goddamn people.
No, I don't know which. Like again, I don't know which movie. Like if I chose one, I'd probably go with Ford versus Ferrari for
No,
my.
no.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
No, someone has made a TikTok account for me that has over 10,000 followers, and it's not me, and it's called Official Black Griffin.
That's
Oh no.
that's why
The
you
avatar
stay
is
in
Jar Jar Binks.
Ponytown, Gabe. Not on
My
TikTok.
highlights, like and follow for more TikToks. Okay, now I'm mad.
Go stop
You
it.
don't
Guy
want
from
to see him
YouTube
when he's
crying
mad.
emoji. I follow my YouTube channel.
Everyone, freak out. See.
I'm freaking
Quick,
out.
follow the official Black Griffin on TikTok.
No, don't. Absolutely don't. Mine is Black Griffin Official.
See, what's good is that because of the delay, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for the you light the fuse, and
The
then
crap,
you
I stood
wait.
still for too long, and now I'm being swarmed. Who are all these?
Oh,
bugs?
everyone woke up.
There's a mine
We're freaking out in Russian.
Oh,
in Ponytown, and it's pretty cool.
There's a
Can
what?
you go in it?
A mine, yeah. I
I
just
saw it
found it
earlier.
and went inside of it.
Oh my god.
For a minute, I thought you meant like a mine. in
Like
the
a
ground.
landmine. That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
landmine.
too.
No,
That's what
like
I
a place
thought.
where you
Oh,
find gems.
now
Maybe it's
that
because
would make the game
I was looking at the nominees and I saw 1917.
Yeah.
Even there's an onsen in here. Well, it's just
oh,
a
I
little
like
hot pool.
1917. Oh, it's right here. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
wow,
I don't know
yeah,
which
check it
one.
out.
Which one I would say. Yeah. So, yeah. I have a close feeling / connection to Ford versus Ferrari than I do with like 1917, since I did not partake in the war, but I have partaken in auto. But Sarah's giving me this look like, where are you going?
I have.
I saw.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of
Crap. Gotta get out of here.
like a short animated shorts that were theatrical that came out that are nominated for animated short film. Hair Love and Kit Bull. No, Kit Bull wasn't theatrical. That was on YouTube.
I'm about to say that was
Yeah.
that was from part of the Spark program for Pixar.
Yeah.
I love Kitbull. I'm not sure if I mentioned this during the podcast. I said on Twitter a couple times, but when I watch Kitbull, so I have obviously a soft spot in my heart for animals. The shorts about pit bull fighting and how this little kitty who's by itself becomes friends with this pit bull, and at the very end of the short, there's something that happens that, no joke, when it happened on screen, I had to pause the movie, the short, and I wept not cried. I wept, and I like had to get like a towel to dry my tears. And at that point, I was like, whatever competition this short's facing, I don't care. This one wins for me. So I hope Kitbull wins it. It's also very stylized and cute with its little like
I
furball
like
kitty
Pitbull.
cat.
He's a good rapper.
Yeah, he was great in Ugly Dolls, but
Where's Ugly Dolls for best animated movie?
Best Picture, Paleo. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Hair Love's really great though.
Well,
What's anything else we talk about related to Oscars or Golden Globes? We want to move on to the next topic.
I mean,
All
honestly-
award shows are garbage,
Agreed.
and they make me furious. Even though I keep telling myself not to think about it, and then I get mad, and I'm like, "No, Laura, it's fine. It doesn't matter." And then I'm like, "But Lighthouse isn't nominated for literally everything."
So for those who haven't seen it, Lighthouse is fantastic. It's shot in 4:3, black and white. Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, old.
It's literally just Willem Dafoe and Rob Pattinson. No one else is in the movie.
There are some other characters, but they don't talk. They're just
They're not
walking
like
by.
characters. They're just kind of like props, essentially.
Props. Exactly. That movie was great. It was so intimate. The 4:3 shooting made it seem more claustrophobic, which is part of the movie.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
more intimate.
wonderful. Willem Dafoe has a monologue that's one of the best monologues I've seen. in
Every
cinema ever.
monologue from Willem Dafoe sounds the same to me.
You can't do this to me. You know what I've sacrificed? No, but
You have any idea how much I sacrificed?
beans.
Lighthouse is one. I was on the edge of my seat while watching that movie. I loved it. Loved it.
Beans, the magic fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot.
Just spill
your Also beans, relevant.
Spider-Man.
That's a bean, Spider-Man. Yeah.
We got a super chat from Anime Guy asking, "What's your favorite mythological creature / animal?"
Ooh.
Godzilla.
Griffin.
Is Godzilla a mythological creature? Did you say Godzilla?
I mean, he's a myth. He's a legend.
He's
I don't
logical.
know if he is. I don't know if he's a myth. I think he's
Yes,
just
yes,
straight up
yes,
a
yes,
fictional
yes, yes,
character.
yes,
So
yes.
as in
God-
strictly Greek mythology?
No, but like where it's like a legend that was like
Okay, then
told-
Jackalope.
I don't know.
Aren't
Sure.
you- Isn't Godzilla
any
the original
cryptid? I don't
movie
know.
now a legend?
Thank you, Paleo. Paleo, why am I not dating you?
Wow. All right, that's fine. We're
I love
done.
you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Breaking up on air.
No.
everyone.
I can see it now.
No.
That's how I would do it.
Paleo.
Paleo and Saber.
Laura.
You heard it here first, folks. Saber and Paleo were officially an item.
We've known that for about 5 or 6 years
This is
now.
news to only you, Laura.
Do dragons count? Because dragons? Of
course they do.
The dragons.
Dragons
Because
are
dragons.
mythical.
Like, what?
Do Zootopia characters count?
No.
Okay.
No.
Paleo, not Paleo. What's your name? Race. Why do you have to? Why do you have to ham fist Zootopia into everything we talk about? But
Did you
honestly,
really have to
Godzilla-
think about who I was for a second?
Godzilla-
Did you really like? Oh wait, no, that wasn't Paleo. That was someone else. Who's that guy that likes Zootopia?
Actually, okay. No jokes aside and drunkenness aside, I watched a movie recently called Dot and the Kangaroo, and I mentioned this to Laura. There's a mythical creature in it called the bunyip, which is a cryptid. Is it cryptid or cryptoid?
Cryptid, and I'm
Is it
familiar with
The bunyip. The
Yeah.
bunyip is like this weird, like almost like mammalian-like creature that stays in the water and it hunts humans. And it was a very eerie scene from this movie, singing a song about the bunyip. It was a 1977 movie from Australia, and yeah, it was creepy. I was like, wow, this is kind of eerie, just talking about this creature that's like, because I know there's Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster, but the bunyip actively hunts humans, and I thought that was
Well,
kind
the
of
bunyip is a little bit more ambiguous, from what I understand. Like it's more of a like vague kind of like description. Like there are multiple accounts that vary significantly, whereas like for the Loch Ness monster, they're all pretty much the same, and for like Bigfoot, they're all kind of the same. But like I think bunyip is a bit more nebulous.
Ooh. That's cool though. Okay, by the way, I'm gonna pump my brakes. You all talk for a bit.
Well, I was gonna say Tahoe Tessie is my one.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Like a trucker stripper.
That Tahoe testing.
Didn't you
But you said
just say
taco
I'm gonna let
testing.
you guys talk?
I'm sorry.
Taco
I'm sorry,
testing
guys.
also
It's
sounds
okay.
like a
It's
stripper.
alright. But the for me that was as a kid, we would go to Lake Tahoe, and I was always convinced that I was going to see Tahoe Tessie, and I did.
Did you?
Yeah. So, yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other people with mythical creatures or animals?
Boto Corderosa.
Excuse me. What have you said?
Gesundheit.
It's an Amazon river dolphin that changes into a human male.
That
Sorry,
was in Thornberries, right?
Yeah, it was in Wild Thornberries. Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is a mythical creature,
No,
but
and Wild Thornberries is with a girl.
Hot.
Go on, Gabe.
I think I found Paleo's secret crush. I used to. So I don't know if this would count as a mythical creature, but when we lived in South Dakota, my dad built our house on. He bought some land from a farmer, 6 acres, and built a house on it. And weird things started happening in that house. Too many to count, but
Oh, so your house was very haunted.
Oh my
Very,
god,
very
there's
haunted.
so many
And-
stories that you told me, Gabe, about demons that freaked me out.
yes.
Oh,
but this,
Jesus Christ.
But the thing is, it's never happened anywhere else, and everybody in the family, except for my dad, experienced one type of situation or another. And we used to kind of joke about it because, man, we kept thinking we heard footsteps upstairs when we were downstairs alone. And it was such a common occurrence that it didn't really bother us anymore. It was always 3 footsteps. But then it started getting more and more intense. The 3 most extreme stories that I can remember were the time my brother and I were home alone and we were waiting for the parents to get home, and we heard the garage door open, we heard the door to the mudroom open, and we heard what we thought was our sister's voice talking and the rustling of bags. When we got upstairs, they were gone, and we went into the garage to see if they'd gone back out to get more groceries. They were still gone, and we called and we're like, hey, where are you guys? Why'd you leave? And so we never came back. We're leaving the store now. We'll be home soon. So we ran into our room, we locked the door, and we turned the lights on, and we stayed in there until we were sure they were home. My mom heard a little girl whisper, "He shotted me," in her ear when she was trying to fall asleep once. And I used to have these recurring dreams where my vision would leave my body and it would go to the woods near our house up to a log, and I would hear this low, like, boom, boom, like pulsing sound. And it happened so many times that I was like, I actually have to go see if that log is there. And I went, and it was. And I was too scared to approach it. So
I love
Nathaniel
it.
approached it, and he found a chewed up doll behind it. And this is in the middle of nowhere. We were miles from anybody. So all of the like hauntings, quote unquote, were surrounding this little girl. We would hear, oh yeah, even one of our friends came over, and we were walking out in the cornfield at night, and she started running, and we were like, why'd you run? And we got back to the house, she was petrified. She's like, you didn't hear that scream? I heard that girl scream at the top of her
I
lungs.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Stop that.
So Racing Gabe, remember that one like house we went to with the Creepers during like 2014 for like that like Christmas get together?
Yeah.
I recall because the rumor of that we were talking about is how a bunch of slaves who died there like were haunting the house, and I remember going back to the house one time to get my shoes or something, and when I went downstairs I heard footsteps. It was like these really slow like footsteps just ever so slowly across the floor, and I just stood there and I was like, hello, and no one was answering. And then the footsteps just stopped. And I was like, oh my God, I'm by myself, aren't I? What's this sound? I just ran out of the house like, fuck this! Like, I'm out of here.
The thing is that I'm not really a very superstitious person at all. So I wouldn't, and a lot of people, when they experience stuff like that, they won't tell because it's like, this is too weird. But the fact that my whole family experienced it sometimes at the same time, it's just kind of one of those things where we can't explain it, but we all know something was weird about that house. In fact, we started telling our friends, our closer friends, and my mom told the Hennebrees the Dailies, and they were Catholic, and the mother was like, "That sounds like your house is possessed," and she's like, you can have a possessed house. We're like, "Oh, okay," and she's like, "You mind if I bless your house?" And we were like, "Sure," and she did, and it stopped.
That's weird.
Everything's stopped. Even
Oh!
Another scary story.
I'm a reverend, by the way. I became a reverend this past week. Continue. I'm
No,
sorry.
you are not.
Yes, I did. I'm a
No, he
minister.
became a minister.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. I want to give you a high five, but is that still appropriate?
I will be the judge of that.
No, there's one more
Can
thing.
I
One
still
more.
give you high fives? Is that
Yeah.
still appropriate?
Saber, can I do that too?
Ministers are not supposed
Silence, my followers.
There it
I will
is.
give you
The harem.
guidance later. All right, no, Gabe, go on. I'm gonna hear what you have to say.
Okay, there was one more thing that I remember that would happen. So we, our niece, or my cousin, my youngest cousin, she was like 2. Her name was Bella at the time. Her name was Bella now too, but at the time she was 2. And
Is the last name Lugosi?
Terrifying.
she used to get wide-eyed and stare into our living room and point towards the door and go, "Scary, scary," and none of us would see anything. And one time she did that, and right when she pointed, the door opened by itself, and our aunt freaked out and just ran. It was really
Ooh, that's so logic. Because you're a man of science.
I am.
Do you think this is just our mind playing tricks on us?
I think that when we start to have an idea, we will look for subconsciously look for signs to confirm that idea. It's part of survival instinct. But but I mean, it's the same kind of thing. Whereas everybody thinks they're right and everybody justifies their behavior and their experiences to themselves, I think we do the same thing to explain things that we see. It's the question that all humans ask, the question of why, that I believe developed as a
Survival
instinct.
right?
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, but if we knew why something happened, that we could prevent it from happening again. Or
Well, there was that
possibly fix
entire
it.
thing when explorers first arrived to Florida. They heard the alligator mating sounds, and they thought there were demons in the swamp. And it's just no, it's the sound of the gators going.
But humans have always taken what we can't fully understand and created an imaginary explanation to help us, cope. I think.
Yes, yeah.
And
100% agree. What made more sense back in the day for us to have the hard truth of what the universe really is, or just go, there is something easy for us to wrap our mind around to make it easy for us to process and move on with our lives?
Yes, but the thing is, so what I would say is that the concept of understanding and the concept of why and all of those things, they are vagaries of human perception. They're things that we've created to try and quantify in our finite capacity for understanding, quote unquote, our infinitely complex universe and environment. And
well, correct me if I'm wrong. We're just now walking out of the forest as far as understanding goes. For the
we
longest
are,
time,
we are.
Yeah,
But I mean, awareness itself is a paradox because we're trying to understand ourselves, and what's ultimately everything we're trying to learn is us trying to rationalize that in our own minds.
Matt, you were about to say something. What's up?
Speaking of coming out or walking out of the forest, I just appreciate that we're all sitting here in the dark in this game, holding lanterns and listening to Gabe tell ghost stories. In the
That's
middle of
actually
the
really
woods.
true. That's true. I love it.
Yep.
I'm over in the corner with Nora.
One of these days, we're going to have a straight up philosophical conversation, but I want to get back on track in case we get too distracted.
There's
I
no
would love
track
to
to
do
get
that.
back on, really.
No, we're good. We do have 2
Are
super
there
chats.
any other
though.
topics?
Well, we had 2
Go
super chats come in. One from Nora asking, "Is Saber gonna start a church?"
No, because
Not again.
Never again.
By the way, so something this past week that was a bit of memory lane was Jack's Blake posting our pandemonium. No. There's a bot that Little Shy made that talks about random videos from back in the day from Pony fandom, and it recently mentioned pandemonium. And I watched the video because it popped up. I'm like, what a good time that was.
That
when
was
Gabe
amazing.
and I went down to the train tracks, we spray painted white polar bears to be pandas, and then we blew the fuck out of them with our mouths. No, then we blew them up with
our mouths.
guns. There was no joke. a train that came by that saw a bunch of stuffed bears blown up from shotguns just lying all over the ground, and
We were
waving
sitting
at
there
the
just kind of
train.
waiting for it to go, and we waved at the conductor.
I'm so glad I get to be alive and enjoy this right now. This is so great. Because like
that was like the only place I remember. The only place with a backstop. I mean, everywhere else was just trees, and you can't really trust that to stop a bullet. So we would always fire in the direction of the railroad ties. But and there was nobody there except for when the train would go by, and so when we would hear one coming, we would have to, put the guns down and just kind of stand there and be like, "Hi." It was very redneck.
I loved it. It was so great. That was a good weekend. I enjoyed it.
It was very good.
So,
we couldn't. We went to Walmart to buy pandas and they didn't have any, so we bought polar bears and black spray paint. And that
it's
made it
amazing
even
because
better.
for those who ever have to spend an evening with the Brown family, you'll learn soon fast that 3 a.m. is just when they're getting going.
Right.
It was like 3 in the morning. I'm like, shouldn't we all be normal and go to bed? And it's like, what are you talking about? It's time to play Trivial Pursuit or something.
We usually, our latest game is Telestrations, but we do it with our eyes closed. It's much more
I
fun.
love
that way.
Telestrations.
What is
Yeah,
Telestration?
Never played it.
It's like charades where someone writes a word and then they pass it to the next person. That person has to draw the word, and it could be something simple like couch, and it could be something complicated like psychiatrist. And they have to draw in 60 seconds. They have to draw that and then pass it to the next person. That person looks at the drawing and tries to guess what the word is, and it goes all the way around the circle until it gets back. And the goal is to get the same word to survive all the way around. But you have to draw your words off a card. But all of us can draw. So what we have started doing, it's much more fun this way, is we'll close our eyes when we draw, and we'll use the Jeopardy. Is that Jeopardy? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll use that theme song, and then when it's over, that's our 60 seconds, and it's very fun and very funny. I think Claire didn't play with us last time. We also play Wise and Otherwise. Those are our family's 2 favorite games right now because they require a lot of input.
We also just got a super chat from Missy.
Finish your drinks.
Says, I found you guys and I almost look like my OC.
Oh, just walk back on
There's
screen.
Reddit!
Wait, I'm lost. Where is everyone?
Just find
Same
the
place
big.
we've
We're
always
all
been.
sitting down
There's Missy
in
right
an area.
Missy,
Right there.
thank you, Missy.
Thank you, Missy.
Thank you.
I'm looking for you.
Go to your right, Gabe.
If you see a bunch of ponies sitting down,
A little bit lower.
I don't know how to sit.
A little bit.
X. Yeah, X or 3.
So should I tell my my
you
Disneyland
are.
adventure story?
So cute.
Yeah.
Dang it! Where's my pony?
So has anyone here seen the video that or actually Sarah posted on Twitter where
I saw that. Yeah.
So this was pretty cool. Sarah and I went to Disneyland Saturday and Sunday. And on Saturday, of course, we're just getting into the park and I say, "What, Sarah?"
Let's go meet Nick and Judy.
Yeah, and I don't know how Sarah's put up with me this long, but she's like, okay. And so
She knew what she was getting into.
yeah, and we get over. Well, again, partially
Zootopia didn't exist.
it's shush. So I was wearing my Zootopia shirt, one of the many that I have, and this one only featured Judy, and it was like ZPD shirt. And we get in line, and they warn us ahead of time because it was their last time slot, 4 to 4:30, and we got in line like at 4:25, and they're like, "Hey, so when they're done, they're gonna just kind of quickly go through the line and say hi to everybody," which I'm like, "Oh, that's cool," because we were gonna be out of time. So time runs out, and we're near the back, and they kind of walk through, and Judy's ahead of Nick and goes through and sees my shirt, and she gets all excited about my shirt, and Sarah got a couple funny pictures / videos of it where like Judy they look like romantic pictures. Judy drew a heart for me, Sarah. What else happened with Judy?
She hugged you very big. And then that's when Nick came up.
So Nick walks up and he's just like, "Oh, here's a dude. I'm gonna handshake the dude." Very casual. I didn't think, it's not like, oh, okay, Nick's gonna be like, "Okay, cool, see ya." And he reaches out to shake my hand, and I shake his hand or his paw, and that's when like Nick like stopped. Like I don't know if that's when he like
He kind of
looked at
does
me.
like a double take, and he's like, "What?" Like he has like a pause, and then he's like, he points towards his eye, and then his nose, and then points to Jeffrey, being like, "I know you, I know you." And then he did like a video.
He did like the video, like he's holding a camera, an old time camera.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Now I've had this happen before, years ago now, with a Nick. Maybe the same Nick. Of course, there's just one. But where a similar type of like body motion was made. So I don't know if it was the same person, perhaps. But I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then he started like telling us like, wait here, like stay here, because what they did was they were telling everybody, hey, if you want to see them, they added a time because Judy and Nick are still really busy, and so they were gonna have them come out from 5 to 5:30. So Nick, with his 4 fingers, is trying to count to 5, but tells us stay. Do not go anywhere. Stay right here. So we're like, okay. So we hung out. We stayed. And then what happened, Sarah?
So we twinsies. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm you. Okay. So we wait, and we're in like the first people in line because we've been there for 30 minutes. And we see Judy come out first, and she's kind of walking on the middle of like the street, and we don't really see Nick. But from the corner of my eye, I can kind of see him coming behind Jeffrey, along where the line's supposed to be.
And there's nobody there. Like, there's no line. Like, we're the only people in the area.
So, of course, in the video, you see that Nick just comes and tackles Jeffrey from behind.
Oh my gosh, that's hot.
It was.
Jeffrey thought so.
Yeah, it surprises Jeffrey.
Slick Nick.
Nick.
And
Slick
they both
Nick
proceeded to give us like 5 to 6 minutes of their time.
So Judy obviously like jumps right into the mix as well after all this, and then so I'm thinking like, oh, that was cool, and like, holy crap, like just really a really neat and unusual, interaction with them. And then that's when the line started to form, but like Judy and Nick were like, no. That's cool that there's a line, but they, like you said, like they were with us for like how long?
Like around 6 to 7 minutes. Like it was a while.
That's so awesome.
And
it came to a point where we were doing yoga with Judy.
We were literally doing yoga. Judy was doing like kicks at Nick. At one point, I bring up the Oasis and like, because Judy
Oasis from Butch Hartman.
No, Nick laughed at that.
Yeah, Nick got a kick out of that. He's laughing at Judy, showing how he's covering his eyes like she did. But I'm just like sitting here like, oh my gosh, like we've gotten to this point now where like, yeah, like the whole interaction was cool. Like the person who was also there as their assistant, he referenced like, oh, I know I'm tired. I'm gonna fall asleep or whatever, because Judy started making fun of him. And then I'm like, oh, just do what I do and sleep at work. And then Judy was like up in my grills about that.
Yeah.
She like lectured me in front of everybody. And I'm like, Judy, I was just kidding. Of course, she's a workaholic, so I should have figured this was gonna happen. But no, I mean it was hilarious. I really just
Oh, B-Stars. I'm gonna ask you about that afterwards.
Yeah, well, yeah, this was about it. It was just such like I said, an unusual, rare thing. We would have filmed the whole thing, but the guy asked for Sarah's phone, like, here, I'll take your picture, and then he held it the whole time while we were doing yoga. But
I was like, shit.
But yeah, it was just, again, it was just, I was like,
It's
wow.
cool that you all have a good relationship with the like cast members of Disney. I'm glad you all like have fun.
Yeah, no, it was.
I wonder if
it was
they'd
amazing.
seen any of your videos too. It's very possible. I mean, if I were one of the characters, I would Google myself.
Well, that's what Nick was referencing. Is something I just
We're
don't know.
pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure it's the video in which you first, like, you meet Nick and Judy at Disneyland for the very first time, and
Yeah.
you made a whole production of it. I can't imagine that that's not the video that he's like, oh, that's what I know you from.
Or he's saying I was the Nick. I don't know.
No.
Like
okay.
that was in that video.
Yeah, maybe.
It's cool. Like, man, I still to this day regret not getting footage of the Baloo voice, the Baloo cast member walking
Oh my
right
god,
past.
I know.
That
I
is
think
one of
about
those.
that like every night before I go to sleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to
So-
die knowing that no one will ever see
Well-
this except for me and Steven.
You all ever think about like women throughout history who never got the chance to make like great technology and how we could have been like much further along? I feel this way about comedy, and that this video
Yeah.
one of the funniest things ever, where you've got this kid who ran up to Baloo, opened his arms for a massive hug. Baloo just walked right past him, not giving a fuck.
Give him like a little wave.
And the kid just dropped his arm to his side in the most defeated position ever. It
I
was
love that stuff.
art.
It makes me sad. You know, Baloo didn't even see him.
Oh yeah, that's why it's great.
Imagine if he just like trampled him, just like steps on the kid.
knocked him over.
Keeps walking. Yeah, no, that I mean, again, it's and they do such a good job. Like the walk around characters, the people that do this in their portrayal of the characters. At least I can really say this for Judy and Nick at Disneyland is that I've been impressed. Like I sometimes I could just sit off to the side and watch the way they interact with
Oh yeah.
kids of all ages, and I love it. And I love that it's almost 4 years after the movie came out, and they still have a solidified area where they have a meet and greet, where they still are adding times. Like again, the 5 to 5:30 when they came out and saw us wasn't even on the schedule. Like it was literally we have too many people coming to see them, so we're gonna add this as an overflow.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I don't really know Disney to really do that with a lot of stuff where they go, oh well, it's not on our schedule, but we'll add it. So I don't know. I just it was cool. I did want to share that story here because since we didn't get the whole thing on film, I'm like, I need to recollect it here on the podcast. So then when I listen to this podcast in 30 years, I'll be like, that's right. Yoga with Judy. So it was fun. It was fun. So that being said, anything else from that I forgot?
No.
All right. In that case, B stars, Saber.
It smells so good, Mother.
It does,
right
doesn't
now.
it?
Hey, look at the pile of flying Pegasus ponies. By the way,
Yeah.
In the game, we've stacked so that our shadows are as dark as possible in the same spot, and it's kind of awesome.
It's like a hole.
Jeff,
Don't
get
fall
out
in.
of our hole.
I'm sorry, but I like your hole. It's big.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's your
oh
fault.
my.
That is a gaping shadow.
Yes,
That's it. I'm leaving.
cavernous, stretched shadow.
So Saber, you said you wanted to discuss B stars, right?
Okay, so we'll make this fast so we can save some time for like the last 20 minutes for Q&A.
I like your idea. Let's do that.
Let's do it. That way, what are y'all eating tonight, by the way?
I don't know. Have we discussed
I
that?
had
That is not
chipotle.
related to what you were going to talk
Shut
about.
the
Everyone
fuck
It was like, all right,
up.
let's
Wait, this
talk
is
about
important.
By the way,
Paleo. I take race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. You understand the importance of good food, so I won't let's listen to these skinny
You
people.
should break up with Paleo and get with me.
I'm thinking about it, man. We can go get some
Breaking
stop
up with
reading my fan fiction.
wet burritos and Babs Con.
Oh, they'll be
right?
wet. Oh man.
Artists out there,
of
get your fan art going. Send it to hashtag STP podcast.
I'm being so obnoxious. I am so. You all are good friends for
Podcast.
dealing with my shit. So, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, I imagine is the options for you guys. Maybe pizza pie, but y'all enjoy your food. So, Beastars is an anime based on a manga. It follows the same premise of Zootopia, though it existed before Zootopia. The entire prey versus predator premise, where you've got this school of prey living with predators. I still need to finish the first episode. It is all my to-do list. I might do a quick vid for it. It seems really cool, up your alley. Race, I want you to check it out and see what you think. Boom, that's all I got.
As someone who has finished Beastars, like literally, you would love it.
Where is it? Where can I find it?
Well, we will discuss after this podcast.
Oh,
it's coming out on Netflix in March.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got Netflix.
All right,
Good.
just watch it in English then, I guess.
all right.
Cute little stop motion for it. All right, gentlemen and ladies, we doing Q&A now?
Yeah, let's do Q&A, Sarah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just knocked our mouse down.
Go on to Twitter.
Be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
Ooh.
Go on to
Is
Twitter.
that? Sorry.
Go on to Twitter and send us your questions at the hashtag SPP questions.
And if you want us to, or if you want to make sure that your question is answered, there's the super chat option. We will prioritize all super chat questions while I get the mouse.
Word. So real fast, before we jump into it, I want to say real fast, I finished The Witcher this week. There's a...
You tossed a coin.
I tossed a coin to you, Gabe, because you're a handsome fella.
Thank
So
you.
I finished it.
Is he a stripper?
Henry Cavill. So I'm straight for the most part, but Henry Cavill is a fucking handsome man.
Yes, he is.
Who is also down to earth. This guy missed an audition because he went to a Warcraft raid. So I'm just saying, if he bought me a drink and he gave me a man kiss, I'd be completely fine with that if I was single.
Okay, wait.
Saber said the same thing about me. So.
Qualifiers there.
What is a man kiss, and why is it different than a kiss? Can he not just kiss you?
Because you don't have
Because he's
stubble.
wearing leather
Laura.
pants. Honest to God, though, I'm gonna be real with you. Henry Cavill is a very handsome man, and it's a shame that I see actors. Okay, time to be for real. He was wasted.
You weren't being real before?
No, I'm being real right now. He nailed Geralt. He was great as Geralt. I look forward to see what they do next. He was wasted as Superman. Absolutely wasted as Superman. So I hope he gets his chance to shine on that.
No, I agree. I would. The DCU kind of, in my humble opinion, ruins. I mean, you could be a great actor and have a horrible script, and the character is going to be horrible. So, you know, that's kind of my take on that, and I agree. I've seen very little of The Witcher, but the few scenes that I have seen, I'm very impressed with his performance.
Speaking,
he's great.
Is Ben Affleck okay? Every time I see him in a new movie, it looks like his face is like turned into more plastic. Like I feel like he's losing.
That's called being an actor.
All right, Q&A time?
Yeah, we got one from Anime Guy 01. Speaking of DC, Anime Guy 01 wants to know, what is your fave DC superhero girls character?
I gotta remember which ones are Marvel and which ones are DC now.
So DC Superhero Girls is a show created by Lauren Faust. Unfortunately, M.A. Larson's a writer on this show. He did a great job, though. Bumblebee, she's adorable. Karen is wonderful in that show.
Karen.
To me, it's between Aziza Tara and Batgirl.
Yeah, Aziza Tara's pretty great. She's like Twilight meets Trixie meets Rarity.
Yeah.
You see a lot of Lauren's inspirations for ponies in this show, but I dropped my letter cutter. Hold on one second. But
Put the letter cutter down.
The show's good. How many of you all have seen the show so far?
I have not.
I haven't. I need
you'd
to.
like it.
Yeah, I know.
Sarah, you would love it in particular. I think it's right up your alley.
It's really good.
All right.
It's on Netflix, for those who wanted to know.
Let's see here. Questions. Azial is asking.
Ozzy.
Let's see here. This one's fun. This will be a bit of a debate. Worst cartoon series of the decade.
Steven Universe.
Wow. Oh. I'm gonna say the Powerpuff Girls reboot.
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
right answer.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer.
Dr. Stone.
Take it back. Take it back.
I take it back. I'm sorry. Rick and Morty.
Actually, genuinely curious, Laura, what do you think? Because you've been throwing a big net for like watching shows this decade. What cartoon show do you think is the worst? Well, if not, then what do you think is the worst?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what the most overrated one is.
Tell me.
Big Mouth.
Yes.
Yep.
For
Oh,
some
Big
reason,
Mouth.
critics fucking love it.
Well, it's because I got big names on it.
Big Mouth, big names.
Anyone
Right,
else?
So, Hero?
It's definitely Powerpuff Girls. Easily.
You get. I know. So I'm going to bring something up that's been topical as of late. Thundercats Roar had its premiere recently. So did Owl House, by the way. Owl House was wonderful. Thundercats Roar had its premiere. I thought it was meh, nothing spectacular, maybe below average meh. But I guess some folks see it as an affront to the original Thundercats and also the reboot Thundercats. And I can understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, the original Thundercats wasn't like sacred ground, in my opinion, compared to Powerpuff Girls, where they like bastardized it. So yeah,
I think a lot of people who are mad, specifically because of the 2011 one, is that the 2011 one was going to have 52 episodes, but it never happened.
Really, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. Oh, that sucks. So I'm working my way through Symbiotic Titan right now, and I'm enjoying these action shows.
Oh, I'm hoping that like Cartoon Network can be like, hey Gendy, you want to finish this?
Somebody told me that when they sell it off or write it off, that it's officially dead and can't be revived. So I don't know what that means exactly, but whatever. All right, next question.
We have a super chat from Nora asking a question for Gabe. Hey Gabe, my question is, what should I do when I go to Disney World in June? Love you and stay awesome.
Oh, thanks, Nora. Gosh dang. So you've been to Disney... Well, no, you live in Miami, so you probably... Disney World is your home. Man. Well, if you haven't done the Star Wars Land, do that for me. I have yet to see the Avatar world also, so definitely do that and tell me how it was. And I don't know if you've ever been to Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, but those are pretty
That I
rad
have.
little Disney
Quite fun.
experiences. That yeah, they're neat. They're not like most people, who are going to go to the Disney parks skip out on those because they'd rather go to the main parks. But I hear Epcot is in shambles right now, so maybe avoid that. And then my favorite show, of course, is
hold on.
Fantasmic, so watch that.
Why is it in shambles? Because of like
Construction?
Yeah, it's all being redone. They even aren't doing Illuminations Reflections of Earth, which was my favorite closing show. So they stopped that for
It
a while.
was super popular, and apparently the new one is supposed to be really good too. So maybe you will also enjoy that one.
I hope so. It was.
Yeah,
it was my
unfortunately, Illuminations wasn't all that popular. I don't know why, because it's
God,
good.
the music
but
was
like,
incredible.
yeah.
It's my favorite.
But supposedly the new one's really good. So.
And Illumination Entertainment has ruined the word illumination.
Yeah, my giant minion firework goes off.
So wait, is that the one with the when they go to the lake with the different like parts of the globe, or am I incorrect?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Thank
they
you.
got all the it's I have it memorized. I have the whole music and fireworks sequence memorized for that one. I also like Beelzebub, which is what they named the giant fireball that they do at the beginning. On
So, real fast, I'm just throwing it out there. I know that Animal Kingdom made up for like the lack of Africa at Epcot, but I thought it was pretty funny how at Epcot you're like, it's Morocco, it's England, it's France, and then there's a hot dog stand for the continent of Africa. And I'm like, what? This seems a bit unfair, right?
Well, not really.
There's also
You ever
a
been to
on
Africa?
display truck that's broken down. I mean, there's that
Which
too.
is also pretty accurate.
RaceBest,
Hey.
you've been uploading your vacation vlog that you've been watching. The ones you upload had the monkey that Sarah held. Sarah, what was it like holding that monkey?
It was really great. It like
Were
he
you
just
what were the emotions you were experiencing during
at first it was confusion because like the guy that was carrying the monkey around literally just was like, you want to hold the monkey? And I was like, before I could even say anything, it was like in my arms, and I'm just like, oh, what?
Was it a capuchin or slow loris?
It was a green monkey.
No, it wasn't a Pokemon. It was a monkey.
It wasn't a Grookey. You said it was green.
It was like wasn't it called just a green monkey?
Maybe if you watch the honeymoon vlogs, Gabe, you could answer this question
It was
for
a baby
yourself.
green
I don't want to
monkey.
watch it without their ad block, dude.
But yeah, no, like it was great. I loved him. It was so cute.
Now, one thing I actually thought was kind of just cool about this, because when I was, I think, still in the water when you first encountered this monkey.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of cool. Like, the guy was just walking around. Like, obviously, like he appreciates tips, but it wasn't something where he went, all right, $10 or whatever. Like, you had to catch back up to him to give him money.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, that was just kind of an unusual,
Classy.
nice, just, hey, you want to hold the monkey? Here you go. Too bad if you don't. So, yeah. And he didn't want to leave your arms. I don't know if I had that.
He didn't want to leave anybody's arms, because as soon as because he was giving us like fruit to feed it as well, and as soon as we gave him food, he didn't want to leave our arms.
I held a baby orangutan once, and it was terrifying. She was very dexterous, and she used her feet like her hands, but she grabbed my hand with her right hand and then put it in her right foot, and then used her right hand to grab my left hand and then put my left hand on top of her head. And it's like, this is what I want you to be doing. I want you to be petting my head.
What other parts of your body was she grabbing, Gabe?
It wasn't Claire. It was an orangutan. That's the difference. So,
what's the... Okay. So,
is Claire watching? I hope so.
Oh, she was. She's at a yoga class now because she's a freaking Gen Zer.
Oh, here we go. Here's an interesting question.
Should I pull this up since it's also a food post?
Oh, yeah. So this doubles as a food post and a question. This looks delicious. It's a spicy Jimmy Dean waffle sandwich topped with Monterey and pepper jack cheese.
Nice.
Pepper jack cheese.
You want to read the question that's with it?
I do. So this is from Nathaniel asking, what do you guys consider the best things you've bought from conventions?
Laura, you've got some really good stuff.
You bought Laura?
I thought that was your answer.
Yeah, me too.
No, Laura,
I have a lot of convention things, so I think it's for me, it's very much I like to buy things conventions because it's commemorative of the experience and also commemorative of so I have a lot of pony plushies and a lot of pony art. So
I thought I was a nerd.
Maybe my big one. I think my big one might. Sorry.
He's getting quieter.
I thought I was a nerd until I walked into your house and I realized that I don't hold a candle to you. You are more of a nerd than I am.
I mean,
yeah.
Saber,
That's
don't
a
sell yourself
compliment as
short.
far as
you
I'm
are a
concerned.
pretty big nerd.
I have a degree in physics,
thank you, man.
so yeah, that's usually how it goes.
That's fictional stuff.
He means a real
I can't
nerd.
hear a word he's saying.
Yeah, Saber, why are you so far away from your mic?
Sorry, I lean backwards because I'm starting to get hazy.
Daisy.
Dazed and
Daisy.
Someone's pulling out his motherboards.
Oh! Last night I put a cup on the counter, kind of just tossed it on there, and it was glass, and it started rotating like crazy, and would just keep. It went on for a minute. I stood there, and after it stopped, I'm like, "Did I just see physics in action?" And that was pretty cool.
Oh, I think for me, I always get excited when vendors do have Zootopia stuff. Mm-hmm. So I know. But yeah, what, you're making a face?
Nothing.
Are you waiting for me to say something specific?
No.
It was probably Zootopia related.
Yeah.
That or food. Don't get me wrong. I just don't buy a lot of convention stuff unless it is Zootopia. But typically. But I hear myself. Hello.
Uh-oh, is that Saber?
How are
I
you?
also hear you. And I hear someone singing in the background.
I think that's Saber. Okay. Well,
Do you have a question there that you want to ask?
Oh, Did everybody answer that question that they wanted to?
I think so.
I've never bought anything at a convention.
I think
I
the
guess
only things I've bought have been
for me
things
it was
for
a
other
Fix It
people.
Felix shirt.
You bought a Fix It Felix shirt at a convention?
Yeah, I think at one of the first pony conventions I ever went to, I bought a Fix It Felix
Like
shirt.
Everfree?
Yeah, I
Nice.
think so because there was like a t-shirt shop there.
Mm.
You would have liked that.
I was gonna say for probably my absolute favorite is I got this giant poster at one of the BronyCons, and I've been collecting signatures on it for like the past 4 years, and
Nice.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I think one of the best things I got was actually at Ciderfest, the YouTuber lanyard that has like video blocked or video demonetized.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty.
I bought a giant Nala. No, I bought a Countess colorature. Or I guess I'll call it Raw Raw. And haha, it was funny because I don't spend money on things at conventions. And I saw the Raw Raw plush. I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. It's too much money. And like as I was walking back to our booth because I was alone at that time, I was just thinking about it like nonstop. And then I ran into Laura, also walking in the dealer room.
It's good.
I was like, Laura, I need you to be a bad influence. And she's like, okay. I took it to the booth. I was like, how are you going to convince me to buy this Raw Plus? And then she was like, okay. And then she just was completely a bad influence. And I bought it and I love it. Thank you.
Yay.
No, Laura's
I like
fun
nerds,
to.
but we need more nerds.
Laura's fun to peruse the vendor halls with. She and I always enjoy seeing anything and everything the vendor halls have to
Oh yes.
offer.
Oh my, yes.
Anything and everything.
My yes.
Oh yes.
What about this question, Sarah, from Waddles?
From Waddles, Waddles asks, I don't want to spoiler this, but did you guys watch Steven Universe future episodes?
No.
I haven't watched any of
No, I haven't watched it.
I've watched.
We have.
It's been interesting so far.
Yeah, we won't
I don't-
obviously
yeah, I don't
spoil or
know.
anything, but it's been. I'm just like I'm always like, oh yeah, the show's still going. And honestly, it's not like a knock. It's just I will never not be annoyed at the release schedule for the show.
Yeah.
It probably
Like
was a good
it's
thing.
just like this is a short series and it's on a hiatus right now, and I'm just like, really, guys? After all of that other stuff with the other show, you couldn't just go a short series without doing a hiatus.
It's good to know. Thank you. I will not watch it yet then.
Yeah, no, because I know for me, I think I always hear people talk about Gravity Falls when it comes to release schedules. At least I think that one kind of like they made you wait.
Yeah, that one was kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one now I actually have only seen a select few episodes of Gravity Falls, admittedly, but that is one that I hope to catch
That's
up
on our
with.
Disney Plus watch list.
Yeah, as is pretty
It is
much
a good
the
one.
entirety of Disney Plus. What was that one like scary movie that was on there? Like
Oh.
Spooky Doe or something?
Mr. Boogity?
Mr. Boogity!
Yeah. We saw the
Because I always see
thumbnail.
that, it's like, it just seems like a stupid, like, name for a movie. Mr. Boogity.
Mr. Boogity.
Mr.
Yeah.
Boogity.
I'm
I'm
so
so
invested.
I'm so happy that Paleo knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, because, like, I was like, what scary movies on Disney Plus? Oh, that.
Yep, Mr. Boogity. What other questions do we have? Here's one. I'm gonna turn this into a two-parter, but Buttermaster235 is asking a question. What do you guys think about The Mandalorian?
It's good.
I like it.
I enjoy it.
I liked the Western feel
Yes.
of it. I really dug the aesthetic. I dug the music. I dug.
Music's great.
I love how like. I enjoy what they did with it all. Like I had fun with it.
And it
So.
gave me another good robot.
Oh, and
G11.
Yeah. Sarah's happy about her robots. And then the follow-up is, are you excited for season 2?
Yes.
So yeah.
Fuck yeah.
For some reason, I was surprised that there was a season 2. I was like, wow, they're gonna make another season, and I'm like, oh duh, what am I talking about? Of course they're gonna probably make another season. I just thought it was a one and done for some reason. Nope. Saber, you still around?
Nope.
I know he had taken off a little earlier. Let's see here. I just wanted to read this question. Jazz King was asking for Saber way back when in the 2014 Magic of Christmas vlogs. I remember seeing you wearing a pea coat, I think. I really loved how it looked, and I got a pair. Do you still wear those fabulous coats? I'd have to ask
who are we
Laura.
talking about with a pea coat?
Saber.
Oh, I don't
Saber.
know.
I think it might have been mine.
A pea coat?
Yeah, I mean, we're issued pea coats in the Navy, and they're very warm, and I think I might have lent it to him. But I don't...
Maybe I'll have to buy him a pea coat for his birthday or something.
How dashing.
Yeah,
They're
because
very comfortable. They're wool on the outside, but they're super soft on the inside.
Well, I can visualize what Jazz King's talking about, and I know it was something Saber was wearing. I don't know the answer. I think that's the only time I've seen him wear it was in Virginia.
It's like if a tux decided to become a jacket.
Yeah.
They don't have brains. Do we have any other questions here?
We can refresh.
Let's see if all right. We're at the finish line here. We got. I gotta choose one. Okay. Well, I think we.
No, that's one we finished off with last time.
Oh. Oops. I was like, wow, that seems so familiar. Let's read that one. I'm gonna again kind of or restructure this question because we have a number of YouTubers here. Ozzy and this will be the last question to finish up our day. Ozzy asking thoughts on mini pony YouTube channels, including Cupcakes HD being flagged by Copa's made for kids. It's just funny and stupid.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I was lucky. My channel only had a few videos that ended up being marked for kids, and the ones that they were, I was like, I mean, I guess okay.
I tried that and I got flagged instantly, so I have marked all my videos not safe for kids, even though they're
Perfectly safe.
Perfectly safe for kids.
Here's the thing, though, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, and it could just be YouTube derping, but I marked a video as not safe for kids, and when I looked on my phone, it wouldn't show up as like a recently uploaded video. I had to actually go into the video tab to see it there, and I don't know if that's just YouTube being YouTube, but I was like, where's the video? Oh,
weird.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I just have it to where my channel wide, like I just have it marked not safe for kids because it's too annoying to do it the other way.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, if you do that, does it just go through everything and say shoom like a blanket? Okay, that's good to know. If I ever have an issue, I'll probably just go that route as well. But yeah, I was just curious who else has had to deal with different forms of our wonderful law system coming up with rules. Oh, we did get a last minute super chat here from Fritz Roll. Question for Gabe.
Yeah.
Fritz is asking, I heard from a video before that you don't like Watch Mojo. Why is that?
It sucks.
And on that note, everyone.
Why does it suck?
No, if it's a super chat, I should answer legit. Watch Mojo bothers me because most of the time I'm trying to search maybe an accent for an audition or a character for an impression, and they're like, "Oh, ahoy, mateys! Now we will talk about the top 10 funniest moments from Jack Sparrow. Number 10. This scene where Jack Sparrow does this is very funny. Hello, everybody, and it's even funnier. And it's like, I just want to see the freaking scene. And these guys are getting millions of views and thousands of dollars for talking about something that I would like to have my own assessment of. Thank you very much. That's why I don't like Watch Mojo.
You should put a Watch Mojo in your next impression video. That was pretty good.
You definitely don't want this creature in your butthole. I stole that. Saberspark made that one up.
We also just got another super chat, also for Gabe, from Bindell, asking, has Gabe seen Alien Planet from 2005? He should.
Well, now. I
Have
never
you?
do that. No, I haven't. What's it about?
Oh, it's like a documentary about exploring an alien planet with different animals on it.
Wait a minute. I think I have seen it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I've seen it.
actually based on a book called Expedition, I think.
Is it now? Is
Yeah.
it a documentary style thing where they take this? It's a floating robot, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Explores. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I freaking love that. That
Yeah,
was really
like
awesome.
I'm actually going to be doing a video on that later this year.
Yeah, they imagine different creatures, and they're like, the gravity's low on this moon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's where the whole sea has become one.
Yeah,
life
yeah,
form.
one giant like amoeba or something.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was really. I loved that. That was really awesome. I very right up my alley. I did. I loved it very much.
Well,
Of me talking.
awesome. Sorry, I got distracted. Sarah and I are booping each other.
I see. There's a lot of Hey, someone teach me how to sit down before we end this thing.
You press
Hit X.
Q. X?
X or 2.
Press X again.
Hey, look,
Oh
I
my
can
gosh.
turn my head to
Now press
see.
C.
Oh, okay. This is so cute. I'm rediscovering my love for ponies. I'm attracted to myself. Wait, that's
We know, Gabe. Oh, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for joining us here on this semi-perfect podcast. Sarah, this was fun. Oh, wow. I can boop while looking at Gabe. I can boop Sarah. That, again, sounds sexual.
I think we all need to stand in a line and do the boop and shout, Heil! All right.
No. No.
Gabe has the best idea.
Channel deleted.
I'm sorry. It's okay. I can say that. I'm 80% German.
Oh. Well, as we all want to thank our OC King and Sarah for setting this up. And big
All hail the OC King.
Oh, hail me.
Hail.
Heil myself.
But yeah, and thank you to all the podcasters, of course, our live audience, everyone that joined us in Ponytown, and those that are listening or watching on delay. Thank you for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks, January 29th, 2020, I think. Wow. It's Wednesday. It'll be a Wednesday.
My dudes.
And we will. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Keep an eye on our Semi-Perfect Podcast Twitter for all our updates on anything and everything. And with that, we say good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Everyone go nuts. Everyone go
Good
nuts
night.
in Ponytown. Go
Du bist
crazy.
mein allerliebster Freund.
Them ponies.
Look at them. That's dim lots of ponies.
Dem